My name is Envar, and this is All the Mods 10. And today we are starting things off in a redstone cave, and this is something I've been saying for a couple of episodes I'm going to come and find, and this is how I've done it with the Nature's Compass. So we can just click on this thing, type in redstone cave, and this is where it's taken us. So I'm only about 800 blocks away from our base, so not too bad, and everything in here basically can be turned into redstone. So these things here, I think these can. So we can just smelt these and they turn into redstone dust, so that's not great, but we also got these raw redstone blocks as well. So with these, we can smelt them and turn them into redstone, which is a little bit rubbish, but we can also, with a sag mill, get possibly 9 of them. With a crusher, we can get 6, but I believe there are better ways of doing it. So yeah, the enrichment chamber we can get 12, but is there a way of doing this in Create? That would be better, wouldn't it? With the crushing wheels, that's not bad. Potential of getting 8, definitely 7, potentially 8. Bullet blast, that's not good. So yeah, there's a few things we can do though, and get a fair bit of redstone from this. So I'm just going to basically just mine up as much of this as I can carry, and then we'll get all this back to base and get on with a bit of storage. Right, so I mined up as much as I can carry. I've put a fair few of the redstone blocks in there, and I've also got all this in my backpack as well. So definitely need to get this processed, but I think for now we should be alright for redstone. I should probably mention as well, I had a little bit of a mishap just before I went to that redstone cave, and I had my first death. I was exploring a tower and it was fairly quiet, but then I found this armor at the top and I broke it, and yeah, this big scary knight came out and killed me. But luckily we have the mod that allows you to teleport directly back to your gravestone, so I did that, got my stuff back, and decided to go do something a little bit more peaceful. So that is where we are at the minute, and I did do one more thing between episodes. Apart from sorting all the storage out, I crafted this thing called the blood chest. This thing is really cool because what we can do is just put our tools in there, and as long as we have blood in there, that will start repairing the tools, which is great. So I keep this on me all the time, and whenever I kill mobs, I get some blood and then just dump it into here, and then this will just repair all of my tools. And I can put all my armor in there as well, and then it'll repair all that. So very handy thing to have. But other than that, all I've done is moved all the chests from down here. I do still have the cobblestone generators down here and the one doing the andesite as well, so I haven't figured out where I'm going to put those yet, and I think I've got this one box with just a lot of junk in it, so not in a rush to move that. But everything else is gone. I just need to get the rest of this platform finished off, and obviously the rest of this build, but I'm just really excited about getting the storage done. So I've put in a load more chests up here, need to get that one converted, but I've tried to be fairly organised as well. I've got a few spare chests, but the stuff is piling up now, so these will probably need to be upgraded at some point. I think we need to get the storage controllers going, don't we? So we need the one for the chests, but the main one we need first is the ones for the drawers, and then we need to get all the compacting drawers over here as well. Okay, so first things first, I've got quite a few pistons crafted there, and the reason for that is we need these for the compacting drawers. So for each one we need 2 pistons, and why? When I just start recording, does it... whatever. We're powering on. So we need 20 of these, and that means a little bit more iron, which I do have plenty of. That's alright. So let's grab this, and I can do 5 of those. That's not bad. Right, so these things are one of my favourite blocks in all of modded Minecraft, and it just makes things so much easier. So I'll put those down there like that, and then we can actually start putting these in here now. So if I take... right, am I going to do the tiny redstone as well, or should I do the... yeah, let's do that. Right, so we'll take that and put that in there, and that stores it in each state. So whatever we put in there, we can take out, and it'll update each of those numbers. So when you have digital storage attached to this as well, it just makes it really handy, and you don't have to constantly craft between each state. It's just always there in all the forms that you've got. So we can put all the diamonds and the gold, iron in there. Everything you want in different versions, definitely put into compacting drawers. So got a few more to craft on there. Maybe not go that far out. I might just go so it's in line with this one. Yeah, anyway, figure that out later. So what I really want to do first is get this thing, the storage controller. Now, do we have everything for this? So a few blocks of quartz, we can do that because we've got tons of quartz now from all the washing that we've been doing. Let's grab that. Might as well turn all of those into blocks, but I think with the drawers as well, you can actually turn these back into the normal quartz. And grab some stone as well. So we'll just do need a few more drawers. That's alright because we've got tons of wood now, and once I get this thing done today, it's going to be much easier to access as well. So let's stick that in there, turn those into drawers, and then we just need one of these, put that there. And I'm going to put this at the back in here, because what I want to do is be able to link this to all the ones we've got around here. And I'm also going to put in this thing as well, which is the storage controller for the sophisticated storage mod. And then if I have those here, I can connect my digital storage onto this, and it's just going to be nice and easy. So if we put... can we do this? Just one chest. Let's have that. And then can I craft this? Yeah, there we go. So this is the storage controller for these chests here. You don't need to do anything fancy with this, you just need to put it so it's touching everything. So because all of these are touching, and they're touching that, this is all part of the same thing. So we can just attach our digital storage onto there. That'll allow us to access everything in these chests and put into them as well. So that bit's easy. The storage controller is a little bit more complicated. With this, they're not actually connected to the drawers at the minute, so we need to craft something else that is going to let us do that. What we need are these things right here. So we've got the linking tool and the configuration tool. So these are usually fairly expensive. And what's this one? So yeah, gold, emeralds, diamonds, and paper. Right, so plenty of paper there. Right, so let's get one of these. And then the linking tool as well. Right, so with this, what we'll do is right click on the controller, and then now this green boundary box here is where we can put the drawers. So it is quite a big area, but we can actually expand this as well if we want to, but that is more than enough for me. So we just need to click on all these. Now I think there's a way you can do it where you like multi-select them, but I can't seem to figure it out. So if anyone knows, please let me know. But that's all those selected now. So if we look at this, you can see everything that's in those drawers is connected to that. So then we're just going to do these as well. And once I get all these compacting drawers crafted up, I'll link those as well. But that's that done. And then with the other one, what we can do with this is lock the drawers so nothing else will go into there. Because when we're piping stuff into this automatically, we don't want it to just go into random drawers. So what we can do is if we right click on that, it is also a good way of testing that you've linked everything. So if you look at all these, they all have a little lock on top now. So those are all locked. And normally you can just do this one by one, but if you click on the controller, it'll do all of them at the same time. So those are all done. Perfect. So next we could actually attach digital storage to this and start using it. But before we do that, I want to do something extra with these chests that I don't normally do. So normally I just have the storage drawers and like an AE2 system, but I actually want to use the chests for storage this time. And to do that, what I'm going to do is put this thing in it, a filter upgrade. And what that will allow us to do is anything that's pipes into these, i.e. from that goes through here, we can filter it to say, don't put anything in it that's not already in there. So it basically allows us to sort our chests manually, but then the digital storage can automatically put stuff in there that's already there. Let's craft up some of these. There should be iron. That could be tricky. Right, so let's do a few of these upgrade bases. So wood again. It's going to be so much easier in a minute. 13, nearly there. Right, so I've got 16 of those now. Now we just need to turn them into the next version. For that, I'm going to need string, but I'm going to use the flag string because let's pull some stuff away. Actually, if I double click that now, it'll put everything that's in those drawers into there. So that's great. Right, so let's get the flag string. I'll get some more of the fiber as well because I'm going to need some more of that. And then let's get some redstone. And actually, let's take this, put that in there, and then we can just grab a stack of the dust. And then if we craft up as many of these, so yeah, got 16 of those. So now I can just click all of these. Can I shift click those in? Or do I have to put them in one by one? That's annoying. Right, so we'll just put all these into here. And the thing that I'm looking for is this thing here. So if we go on input and output, I want to change it to match storage content. So I can still put anything I want into here, but anything that's pipes in by either any pipes or if we go through the storage controller, it will only put in what's already in here. So as I put these in, I should probably do it. So yeah, this bit of a boring task, but no problem. Right, so with that, I think that is all of those done now. So I'm going to double check that I've set all those to match contents. And it looks like I've actually done a decent job for a change. Right, so that is all good. Now, can I... That did work. I didn't think that would work. So I can double right click on that and it'll put anything that's in here. So let's just... Right, there's already some there. So if I just test this out. So I double click, yeah, so that has gone into there as well. That is absolutely perfect. But then I can still click things in myself. Should probably take some of this stuff out because I'm going to need to sort it properly. And then with this, I can just pipe that into there. Oh, this is great. This is coming together now. But to make this do the thing that I wanted to do, I want to be able to use digital storage for this. Now, AE2 would probably be the way to go, especially as I've settled just next to a meteorite. I haven't even been down there yet, though. I don't even know if there is a flawless building status down there. but we'll find that out eventually when we get there. But I'm not going to use A2 today. I'm going to go with integrated dynamics, as I've been saying for the past couple of episodes. Let's get this thing built, and it is really, really simple. So as I've got this crazy tree farm out here, I don't even need to do like the normal like start stuff you do with integrated dynamics. So I'm just going to grab a load of these, because these we've just been getting from the tree farm as well. Now normally what you need to do is use a squeezer, and you put the logs in it and you jump on it a few times, and then the liquid goes into the drying basin, and then that turns into the mineral blocks, which are these things like this, and then you can just craft these into the mineral chunks I've got here. But I've got an absolute ton of the mineral chunks anyway, so I don't need to do that. Firstly, what we can do, we're just going to go for the absolute basic system that we need. So let's get a few recipes. So one of the things I'm going to have to add into here, nothing is particularly expensive. Most of it is just mineral. We do need a bit of glowstone, and the display panel, I think that's the same. Yeah, a bit of redstone in there. But other than that, it is all just stuff that we're getting from this mineral tree farms. Let's get a few things together. So logic cable is like the main cable in the network. So need a bit of redstone, and then we need a few sticks. And we don't even need power for this as well, which just makes it brilliant. So grab some of those. Actually, we need more now. Let's get a few. That'll do. We're going to need a couple of item interfaces as well. And these are probably really cheap as well. Yeah, just chests. And you get 4 from one craft. Nice. And then the terminal. And this is pretty much it. We'll get one of these blocks. Oh, it's mineral glass. Oh, right. Maybe we do need to do the drying basin then. Oh, we do. Oh, that's really annoying. Is that the only thing I need it for? Right, okay. We'll come back to that. So, glowstone, we've got that. We need to break a bit of it though, so let's just pull some of this down. And where's my... Oh no, where's my Paxel gone? Oh, repairing it in here, wasn't I? There we go. Right. Grab that. Did I only get 10? I've got Fortune 5 on here, and I only got 10 from those. Right, okay. So we need to craft some variable cards. Just need paper for that. So the variable cards we're going to use a lot of. We're going to use, but for 8 mineral chunk and 1 paper, you get 24. So not too much of a problem. Oh, sticky pistons, right? This could be a little bit more tricky. See, it's tripping me up now with the drill down stuff. That we can do. We just need to get some more dough, don't we, from the sticky piston. So let me get all the other little niggly bits I need to craft done, and then we can come back and do the main stuff. Right, so I've just got the slime balls like I did before with the dough and crafting that with the lime dye, and I've just crafted some sticky pistons, so I think we should be pretty much there now. So firstly, we can do this input variable transformer. I'll get that. Then what do we need? We need the glass doughy, but we also need the display panel, and for that it's the mineral berries. So let's grab some of those. I just need 2 of those. Then we can craft this thing, the display panel. Then finally it's just the mineral glass, which is really annoying. So I am actually going to need to do a squeezer now, I think. I don't think there's any other way of doing this. So iron block, 2 planks, and while I'm here I might as well put this away properly. So let's stick that in there. Grab 1 iron block. So grab a squeezer. Oh, I need one of those as well. So let's grab a squeezer. And we're going to need a button as well. So let's stick that in there. And I'm just going to put this next to a drying basin just to make it easy. Right, so I'll put that there. We just need the button in front to reset it. And if we just grab a mineral log, stick that in there. And then we just need to jump up and down on this. And that'll go into there. But firstly, you should have put some glass in there, because that's going to turn into a mineral block now. Which that's already done, so let's try that again. Put that in there. Get another log. Reset that. Put that in there. And jump up and down on it. So now that's in there with the glass, that should turn into mineral glass. There we go. Now, we should have everything we need to craft this storage terminal. Excellent. Right, so all we need to do here is if we put these onto these 2 controllers like that, connect them up with logic cable, and then put our storage terminal on the front. If we look in here and click on the chest, we now have access to everything we've got in these chests and these storage drawers, which is absolutely brilliant. And obviously that is way cheaper than anything you can do in AE2. So we can actually just start clicking stuff into here now. And as you can see, it's not all going in. And the reason for that is I've restricted this to only allow stuff that I've said can go in there. So I can now, with anything that's left over, I can put this in somewhere and then I'll be able to click it in later on. Or I can remove the filter from one of these chests. So let's actually do that now. Let's take that out. So we're not blocking anything. So if we just click in everything, anything that doesn't have a space in all the other chests, we'll just go into this one and then I can come in here and manually sort it. So that's it. That's our digital storage done. And we can also do auto crafting and some other really powerful stuff with this. But for now, I'm just going to get the rest of this done. Okay, so I've got all that finished off, and this is what I've decided to go with. So we're basically just using the blocks from the mods that I'm using at the moment, and that is Create and Integrated Dynamics. So we've got these crystallized mineral bricks and the block of crystallized mineral around the edge with the andesite casing in the middle, and just some basic vanilla stuff at the top, but I think that looks really good. So I've decided to come out a little bit and have these pillars on the edge, and I think that looks pretty good. Just separates it off a little bit. We've got all the storage up and running, rest of the compacting drawers in, and we've started putting some stuff in there as well now. I've got the mineral moved over here, clay, just some basic stuff. Now, I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm probably going to need to expand this at some point, but there's nothing stopping me going further that way. I think that'll look pretty good even from outside as well. But I decided to do something else. I was going to get on with moving all of these items over here from the tree farms, but I've had another idea. I've made a discovery and I really want to do it. So what I've got here is another block of mineral glass, and that is because I'm going to craft another one of these terminals. So if we just get this, what I clicked on there was the portable storage terminal, and this thing is really easy to craft. So this will just allow us wireless access to all of our storage. But there is a bit of a problem, and it's not linked to anything. And the reason for that is we need to add in something else for it to connect to, and that is the omnidirectional connector. So these things, unfortunately, a bit more expensive, and I did know about this. We need the logic directors, and this requires crystallized chorus chunk, which you get from pops chorus fruit, so that means a visit to the end. But what I've recently discovered is that there is an alternative, and we can actually use proto chorus, and this is just crafted from mineral berries and ender pearls, and that gives the proto chorus, and we can use that in a squeezer to get the liquid chorus. But if we put it in a mechanical squeezer, there's a chance of getting the crystallized chorus chunks as well. So that's definitely worth doing. I think we're in episode 4, and this is going to be the time where we actually have to start generating some RF as well. So we can do the energy battery. This is a really simple thing from Integrated Dynamics. This is one of the best and cheapest energy storage you can get. It does 1 million RF, and all it is just basic stuff from our tree farm and 1 block of redstone. So I'm going to get that. And if you want to upgrade the amount it can hold, all you need to do is just craft 2 of them and craft them together, and then we'll get another one with 2 million RF. So nice and simple. And for generating power, I was going to go with solar panels, but I think if we just use the Integrated Dynamics one, that would keep things nice and simple, wouldn't it? So where is it? The generator, is that one there? Yeah, the generator. So it's just a furnace. Oh, so I need another battery. But actually, I don't actually need to use the battery, do I? I think if we just did that, we could do that, and this, I believe, will just burn any fuel. So yeah, I'm just going to burn the mineral logs themselves, and then I just need to upgrade these things into the powered versions, and we should be good. So let's see if we can do this. So I want the mechanical squeezer, and I'm kind of do this. Oh, I need 2 more batteries for this as well. But as I said, nice and cheap. I can live with that. So let's get one of those, and then I also want one of these, the mechanical drying basin. So this isn't essential, but we might as well. So I think it's 2 of those again, isn't it? And then mechanical drying basin. Right, that should do it. So I'll put that there. Now, if I put these either side, I'm not going to be able to pipe them straight in, am I? But let's just do it anyway. So if we just put mineral logs in there, that's going to generate power. And do we have any, or is it going in somewhere else? Oh, do I actually need to pipe this out? Oh no, that is actually going into there now. That's okay. So it might take a minute for that to work. Or should I just get another one? Yeah, let's get another one. They're cheap enough, aren't they? Let's do that. Right, so I'll craft another one of those. Get that. Another stack of logs. So grab that. Put that there. You can start doing your thing. And then I can put these 2 in front. And then I can pipe stuff between them. Okay. That's better. Right, so that's got power going into it. So is that. Nice. Okay, so I just need to craft some proto chorus. Like that. And I don't know how many I need, but I don't have tons of ender pearls. I've got 30, haven't I? So let's go for 4 of those. And I just need to put this one into the mechanical squeezer. And what do we get? Oh, that's good. That's good. And is that going into there? Right, so I've got 500 liquid chorus. Right, so if I turn that to auto eject, that'll go into there. So we have 500 in there. So I believe that needs to get up to a full bucket, doesn't it? So I just need to get another 4. But that's 4 of those. That's a good start. So let's get another 4 of these. Oh, that ender pearl's gone. Actually, no, I've got the other type as well, haven't I? So let's get that. And this was so much faster than doing it manually. And then we'll go in here. Right, that's a full bucket now, so that should start doing its thing. We've got that. And can we just craft that into those? Nice. And we've got 5 there. That, I believe, is more than enough. So let's have a look at these omnidirectional controls again. So we need to do the monodirectional first, but these are nice and cheap. Okay, so omnidirectional control. Let's get the monodirectional controller first. And do we need... was it 2, wasn't it? And if we craft this... Right, so get those. And then finally you can do that. So that gives us 2 of these. And the reason you get 2 is that they are paired together. So normally you'd use these for connecting 2 networks together. So I could have a setup over here and something somewhere else. And I believe they work cross-dimensionally as well. Yeah, so I could have this in another dimension. It just basically connects to my network. But instead of doing that, what we're going to do is just use it to connect the portable storage terminal. So I don't know where we're going to put it that it's going to look good, but let's just try and put it up here. So we can go like that. And then if I connect that to that, I can just click on there. And now let's go over here a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Wireless storage, that simple. I can't believe that is already done. So yeah, in A2 that would be much more difficult to get that set up. But there we go, already. And I believe this works cross-dimensionally. I don't need any upgrades to extend the range or anything. That will just work everywhere, wherever I am in the world, any dimension. I have access to everything I own. Perfect. Right, so things are going well. We've got a main storage room. We have wireless access to it as well. But what we don't have is access to the chest that we've got in the basement. So that is what I'm going to do now. And to do that, we're going to use these things called a storage link. Now, these are ender pearls again, so this could be tricky. Actually, they're not like... So what's the best way of doing this? It's just 1 ender pearl would give me 3 of those, and this looks more complicated. So I'm going to have to craft these first, which is a bit more expensive with other stuff, but only 1 ender pearl will get me 3. So I think that's the way to go, isn't it? And this is so much easier. Now I can access all my storage at the same time. So let's get a few of these. Right, let's get a few chests, because they're going to get used, aren't they? And if we get another one of these... Oh, do we need to send it into the... So let's get that. And a redstone torch in there. Might as well get all those. And now, should be able to do that. Yeah, so let's get a couple of these. And we can turn each of these into 3 of the storage links. So I think 6 should be enough. So now, if we do that, I don't know how many ender pearls I've got left. But yeah, we'll get 6. And yeah, so I've got another 11 ender pearls if I need them. That's fine. And I do need 1 more to do the thing that we're going to link them with, and that is the storage tool. So just 1 more redstone torch. And then grab that. And then I think that is enough. And is it? Oh, it's nighttime. Right, so these things are really cool. So instead of having the storage controller touching all of your chests like this, what we could do is just have 1 of these on each set of chests. So if we didn't have that there, we could have 1 of these on this set and 1 of these on here. Put the storage controller somewhere else, and then we could link these to the storage controller with the storage tool. I am kind of doing that, but I'm just doing it on individual chests at the minute. So what we're going to do is come down here, and what's the first one we need? So I want to have access to all of this stuff down here. So I've got andesite alloy, the andesite casing, and the shafts as well. So let's do the shafts. That should be the easiest one to access, shouldn't it? So what we can do is put this on the back of here, and then if we take this, and we're going to shift right click. Nope. Hang on. And I believe we need to click on the controller first. So if we right click on that, it says linking to controller. So if we then come back down here and then click on there, that, as you can see, when you hold in this wrench, it'll show you where it's linking. Now, this won't work at the minute because it needs to be one of the sophisticated storage chests or barrels, and this at the moment is just a normal one. So I'm just going to put one of these basic tier upgrades in here, and it looks exactly the same, but that is now one of the sophisticated storage barrels. So that should now be linking. So I don't need to go upstairs, check the way. I can just look in here. I should be able to see. Let's sort this by amount. And yeah, so we've got 1,321 shafts. And I'm not going to count, but that's basically what we've got in there. Oh no, maybe some more somewhere else. So 1,262 in there, so that's okay. So we can just do the same thing on all the others. Now, which ones we want to do? So the ones I want to do, this is an input chest. and these are actually going to go as well. I'm going to get rid of these because I'm going to have everything come in automatically and go straight into here. So these are just produced automatically as long as we've got the andesite alloy in there anyway. These, obviously that's an input chest, and I do want to have access to the planks, so I'm going to put one on there, and I'm also going to put one on this one and on here as well. So what I also need to do on here is do the same thing we did with the chest up there. So I'm going to turn this into match storage content. So when I put things into my system, it's not going to try and pull them into here unless it's shafts, and then they'll pull them in here. So that's fine. So yeah, I'll get these added to this, and I think that should be it. Right, so I've got those in now. So we'll just have a look at this. You can see I've got 4 of those connected up to that controller up there. So if you just look in here, andesite casing is already there. Actually, we can just search for. So we've got the oak planks in there, and if we just search for create, so we've got the shafts, the andesite alloy, and the andesite casing as well, and those are all stored down here. So I've also put the filters on these and set these all to match storage contents. That one there, I've done this one and this one here as well. So yeah, those are all done. That is all set up, and that's it. So that is my storage system, my starter storage system anyway, all up and running. Very happy with how that's gone, but I definitely need to get these sorted over here as well, don't I? So yeah, these keep filling up, and I've had to remove them a couple of times. I could actually put these on here and link to it like this, but I want to do something a bit crazy with this. So we're going to get into the create stuff with the new stuff that we're getting. That's needs to turn my magnet off when I'm around here. I want to get into the create stuff, the new stuff that's been added in the latest update with all the packages and the frog ports and all that crazy stuff. I want to use that to transport this into the base. So it's not that far. It could easily be done with a belt or even with just some pipes from another mod, but I don't want to do things easy. I want to do things that look cool and are a little bit crazy. But I'm very happy that we've got this done. We've got the storage room done, wireless storage, and linked to literally everything in the base. So very happy with that. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.